Hi, it's Andy again, and today I got another tutorial. We're going to be doing an XML parser. This is a pretty simple application. This is all the code that's needed. What else is needed is actually an XML database that you want to read. I keep it here in XML, this folder XML. This one's going to be called items. It's going to show item 1, item 2, item 3, all the way to item 8. And what we're going to do is we're going to put that in a list view. So I also have in my main layout just a simple list view with a divider. Here's the code for that. So simple list view takes up the entire space, and we have a 2-pixel divider that's black. So that's it. We can accomplish this exact goal without having to do this. Is much more complicated, but if you have an XML database that you want to go through, that you want to include with your app, this is going to be a nice, easy way to do it. It's not the only way to parse an XML database, but I like this one because it's easy for me to understand, and maybe it will be for you. So we have a list activity. We're going to go over this code later. This is going to be the final bit of it, but here's what we're going to need to do. What we're going to use is a string buffer, and we're going to actually store the data from the database into this string buffer, and then we're putting it into a string that we're going to call later on. We need our resources, so we need to get the resources. We're going to be using R.xml.items. That's what we're using right here. And we need to set up event types. So the event type is going to be either a start document or end document, start tag. We're going to be using end document to say that while we're parsing it and it's not the end of the document, we need to look for the start tag, and if that item is item, so if we go back into our XML, we'll see that this item right here is actually what we're looking for, because that's the start tag that we're looking for, because we can have various different start tags inside of these. This is kind of just how it works in XML. And instead of putting a table, you have a vertical list, and that corresponds with items. So this is the start tag that we're looking for, is actually item. Alright, and so we're looking for item, and what we're going to do is we're going to get the information that is in item number. So it's an attribute. We need the attribute value of whatever is included with item number, and that's going to be the various items plus whatever it is in line. And then we're also going to add this variable here of a new line. And the reason for that is because we're going to take it out later, and that's going to be our divider. So if we didn't do this, it would create one long string of item 1, item 2, item 3 with no break in between them. So not even a space. So if we wanted to add a space, we can do that, but we also don't want to use that because there's a space between item and the number that it is. So if we were to filter out the space, it's going to filter out all spaces. So we're going to do a new line because our XML does not have a new line inside these strings here. So that's why we're going to be pulling them out. So then we're going to put that into the string, and then we're going to say, okay, we have this string called item, which is going to be whatever this string buffer puts out. So this is going to be our context, which is this activity. We need to try it because if we have an error, it would crash. So we need to catch those errors. If you want to put a message, if you should have these errors, you can put that, and it'll tell you exactly where your app is all borked up or what kind of error you had. Next, we need to make an array. So we're going to take this, we're going to create a new array called items, and we're going to take this long string of item, because it's got a long string, and we're going to filter out the new line part of it, and we're going to say that's going to be split up in each individual string. So this string array, each individual array is now going to be wherever we split it with the new line. Okay, and then now we're going to set up our list adapter. It's just going to be a simple list item 1 adapter. This is the context, and where do we want to put it? We want to put this string array right here. So when we run this app, it's going to be just like as if we were to just create a regular string array of item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4. But it's actually going to be pulling it from the XML database. So there we go. Now if we wanted to, we could put other items in that in this XML file and create a new view that whenever we click on it, it launches a new view with other information that we're pulling from the database. So we would just create an individual one of these for each pull parser for each start tag. So we would look for start tag this. So you can actually just create one of these and change it to like if this, or else if this, else if this, else if this. So you don't actually need to create a whole new one of these unless your app is going to be that you have so many different string views. So you just you can do multiple strings right here, and then multiple arrays if you wanted to, and just attach them. Oh, try this, and then still only catch one error if there's an issue with it. Okay, hopefully this tutorial is a little helpful. I'm going to try to do one on creating an XML database. I don't think it's going to be that useful though, because it's going to be serialized. So you're going to have to deserialize it to edit it, and then reserialize it later. So if you want to use that in an app, I really don't think that's probably all that efficient. So if you're going to be dealing with databases and constantly adding new items to the database or editing the database, you probably want to use something like SQLite. That's what I've come to realize with another app that I'm about to publish. All right, so hopefully this is useful, and I'll probably be doing another video on a simple SQLite database. I'm not an expert on them. I just dipped into SQLite myself. So hopefully my next tutorial will also be useful to you on deciding which database you might want to try to pick for your app.